Oh my god, Jose and Serrano are playing again, and Serrano's gonna lose again to Jose. They literally just played in the World Cup. Oh my god, Serrano's gonna want to kill Jose. 3-0 though. What do I want to play against Hans in 3-0 is an actually interesting question. Okay, so C3. I don't know if 97 is right, but I'm gonna play it anyway. I don't even know if 93 is right, but I'm just gonna play fast. It's interesting. I'm not actually sure what the best way for white to take here is. Good day. I'm gonna go G5. Probably not right, but it is 3-0. Just to play F6 here. Maybe King H7 was better. I don't know. Wait, so if I go... Don't. Let's go here. Go here. Cut the knight off. I should be fine here now. But am I actually better? I don't know. Like, am I actually better here? Yeah, I don't know if I'm... That was a mistake by me. Trying to put the bishop on E4. Maybe I should have played H5, but I'm moving too fast in these games. I'm moving too fast. Like, just in general, I'm moving way too fast. I'm gonna go A5 to take away B4. Logical. I'm gonna try this. I don't know if it's right, but I'll try it. Is there F5 now? Maybe. Wait, F5 now? Try it now. Because knight doesn't get to E5 anymore. Of course, I'd much prefer my king on H7 versus G7, so I'd have a diagonal. F4 knight H2. He found a tricky move. Oh, come on, you gotta move. You gotta move. Why are you so panicky? Just move. Here. Yeah, why am I so slow suddenly? Let's try this. I don't know if this is right. Oh, I missed H4 too. Okay, now I'm gonna have to just make a draw probably. That was incredibly stupid by me. Very stupid. It was knight G3 and I go queen F7 and just try to make a draw. Oh, I had bishop H5 too. What am I doing? Ridiculous. There's queen F4 though now. I'm up on time, which is good. So if I take that's good. Now I should win. There we go. There we go. All right, we got the win. It's a good job. I'm still better than him in pure scrambles, which is useful to note on the off chance I play him in the SEC. Like in the pure scramble, I'm still better than him. Not better than Ollie Reza, probably not better than Andrew in pure scrambles, but still better than Hans. So it's good to know. All right, what do I have? 6.5 out of 8. Is Magnus, did Magnus win? Oh, we're on the break. Of course, it's the break. That's the break. It's the second break. Yeah. Did Magnus not? Ooh, Magnus lost again? No, I mean, basically, I would say I like 5-0. I don't like 3-0 that much in tournament play. In Blitz, of course, 3-0 is great, but 5-0, I think I like more for tournaments. That's what I would say. Yeah. I mean, it's a tense game because I mean, that's the problem with actually, that's one of the problems with 3-0. In 3-0, you can't ever really just breathe and think for 30 seconds. Yeah. Wow, still 2 guys on 7.5. So I need to beat one of them. This Thursday thing started today. For anybody who's wondering, it started today. It started today. No, Magnus isn't playing on a phone. I'm pretty confident in that, but still worth noting. Yeah. You don't hear it now, but every so often you hear that, like that little click. Okay, I gotta focus though. Okay, let's go. And I just lost 5 seconds. Give it to me, baby. Uh-huh. Seis, cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis. I like my position here, by the way. It's a good position. I don't know if I'm actually like winning, not winning. Winning's wrong. I don't know if I'm actually like much better or just a little better, but I like my position. Logical. D4 is always a move, but I don't really want to play that, so I think I'll go like Queen F3, maybe Knight F5. But there's Knight 96. I have Bishop H. Yeah. Should have played Knight F5 first, I think. Okay, he plays Bishop D4, which I think is a mistake. It's not the end of the world, but I think 96 black was fine. Now it's going to get very spicy for Jose. Oh, he goes like this. Interesting. Let's just drop back. I don't know if H2 is right either. I mean, actually, what am I doing? I could have taken and played Queen F... Oh. Takes and Queen F2, and I'm just going to be up a pawn in an endgame. What is Bishop H2? Takes Queen F2, C5, Bishop E3, and then Bishop H6. So bad by me. Not sharp today, but I'm playing a lot on the clock, which I don't know if that's good or bad. Bishop G1 C5. Ah. Okay, I gotta move though. Knight D5. I'm gonna play this very slowly here. Take. If D5, I have E5, D4, and I should be better. I'm playing a little bit for the cheese here on the clock. It's probably not smart. For D4 here. Okay, Jose getting extremely passive. Become more active, bring the rook in. I'm definitely outplaying Jose in this game, but there's gonna come a moment probably when I need to use my time. Denlaz won again? How is Denlaz winning in 2 seconds every? How does Denlaz win in 2 seconds every game? Jeez, insane. He just won again in like 2 seconds. Okay, I should be winning here somehow. E3, rook E6. E5 take, no, E5's not the move. He's got, I missed knight H7. Yeah, I missed this completely. Okay, now I'm gonna have to reset. Okay, how do I reset? 92 knight F4 is maybe a move, but I'm just gonna go knight. No, I'm gonna go, come on, you gotta move. I'm gonna go here. He's begging me to sack. I'm gonna go D5 here, so I've got this and this. It's a risky move, D5. Like, I'm not a huge fan of it. Yeah, I'm misplaying this position. Ugh. Knight is so bad here. Yeah, I'm losing the thread of this position completely. Yeah, I've completely messed this up. I mean, I'm still fine, but why did I play that? That's a mistake, of course. Huge mistake by me. Also 96. What am I doing? There we go, checkmate. Okay, we got the win. Tough game, but we got the win. Let's keep going. Okay. I'm gonna play down Laz. If I beat him, I probably have a chance to win the tournament. That was a tough game. I get black though, which isn't good. Plain English. I beat Dunlaz, right? In the Comet Open recently. I'm just gonna play this line again. Again, here's that that stupid noise. That stupid alert is really killing me. Really killing me. Like really killing me. A4 A3 was maybe interesting. Maybe, I don't know, maybe. Still want to go A4 here, but bishop C5 is also a move. Okay, bishop C5 takes. I don't like that. I go queen E7, knight D4, takes. Okay, a little bit slow. I'm gonna go for this. Yeah. I can take and take G5. I mean, it's sharp. I can also take with just the knight, I guess. And knight B3. Knight B3, actually. Knight B3, knight D4 should be fine. Here. Here, maybe. It's a decent move. Go back. I don't really want to play knight b3. I can't castle. You gotta move. You gotta go. Let's go here, maybe. Strange move, not what I expected. Yeah, that's why I don't like 3-0 action in tournaments, because there's no time to think. Like, you just have to go like instinct. You don't have time to really pause and like take a breather at all. It's probably good for me, but I don't like the flow of 3-0 in tournament. And regular blitz, I love it, but in tournament play, like, there's no time to breathe. Like, you spend more than 10 seconds on a single move, like, you're already feeling massive pressure. Isn't this just a mistake? Takes, I take. Do you think he had knight d5 maybe? Knight d5, I just take. I'm gonna trade the queens, of course. I should be winning this pretty cleanly, to be honest. Take 6, knight e6 looks pretty solid. Queen f1. Queen f1 might have just been winning. Still winning, but yeah. Actually, I'm way up on time though, so there's no reason to panic. And he actually can't guard everything, so he tries to go here to play for this pawn thrust. I take everything. I get, yeah, g6. Oh, what happened to my mouse? Go here. Knight c4. And now it should be pretty easy to win. Maybe not. Oh, b2 is hanging. B2 is hanging. What am I doing? You gotta go. You gotta go. Yeah, now it's b4 takes. No, I just pushed the p. There we go. All right, big win. Big win. Big win. All right, let's keep going. We're on what, 9? No, we're tied for the lead, right? Tied for the lead. That was a long game too, though, so I'm not going to turn on my monitor to see what chat's saying. Jose and oh my god, Mashanigan. Oh my god, Jose and Serrano are playing again, and Serrano's gonna lose again to Jose. They literally just played in the World Cup. Oh my god, Serrano's gonna want to kill Jose. Jose is about to beat him again. Maybe not, maybe not. Maybe I jinxed it. Wait, gotta go, Jose. F7 check and king e6, I think. King g1. No, it's queen f3. Yeah, you had to go king h2. Yeah, yeah. Jose is gonna want to, I mean, not Jose, Serrano's gonna want to kill Jose. Not only did he just lose to Jose in the World Cup, he loses him now in this Thursday event too. Oh my god, he's gonna want to kill him, literally. I get Andrew here with white. Okay, play d4. Again, try to play in the spirit of Daniel Naroditsky. My tiebreaker is not the best, by the way, unfortunately. Let's play like Daniel style. Knight e4. Let's go rook c1. The thing for Andrew is he can't actually think forever, though, because in 5-0 you have plenty of time to think, but in 3-0 you can't. Like, he can think, but you can't spend too long. Like, you can't get down to 30 seconds and trust that you'll survive. Although maybe Andrew's okay. Maybe I misplayed this. I think I did misplay this a little bit. Queen e6 is not the move I expected. I must admit. What's his idea here? Wait, if I go a3, what's the idea? Knight b8, I guess. I have to come with a move though. I'm actually a little bit slow here. Queen c2. I'm a little bit slow. Come on, don't panic. F3. Queen c2, f5. b4. Oh, at knight b8, I also have bishop a8, don't I? At knight b8, I've got this funky bishop a8. So this isn't actually a threat. Like f5, a3. Maybe I should just played a3, b4 right away. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see. Although f5, maybe I can go b4 because takes queen b3 might be okay. Might be okay. Might be. Doesn't mean it is, but maybe. Takes knight d3, queen b3, knight e1. Ugh, hard to judge. Andrew trades. It's not what I expected, by the way. Not what I expected at all, in fact. The knight, I guess. Yeah. See, like, oh, but now if I go bishop 8, there's just knight d7 or something. Yeah, of course. I mean, I guess I'll try to play. I don't really want to do this, but I have to try. What did I play? I should have played a3, b. Whatever. He took, so it's fine. Rook e8, bad move. He let me get bishop a3. Now there's no danger of me losing. I don't know if I can win this game, but there's no danger. And I'm way up on clock. But Andrew, of course, really good player. Let's just go for the end game. I'm up so much time that I should go for this. Now b4, of course. So sound is just gonna be the bane of my existence. Should not have done that either. So I can just take and I'm fine. There's also a4 which I missed, but I think I'm winning here. Oh, I missed a3. I've got rook a1. Okay, now I win the game. Yeah, maybe win's too strong, but check. There we go. We got him. We got him. There we go. There we go. I go here on rook b7 and just like easy peasy lemon squeezy. There we go. We're gonna get the win. Jose wins again. What to do? What to do, everybody? If Jose is gonna just win every game, not a whole lot I can do about it. Yeah, Jose's just winning every game like a maniac. Yeah, that's not it. All right. Okay, we got the win. Yeah, there we go. I knew he was gonna resign. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? I mean, I had a good event overall. I had a good event. Like, it was a good event. I mean, I played badly in a couple of middle games, but it was a good event. Yeah, I mean, what to say? Yeah. Josman beat oh my gosh, Josman beat Magnus. Yeah, Josman's just, I mean, Josman's just too good. What can I say? Just too good. Yeah, Josman's just too good. What do you want? I mean, what do you want me to say? He's too good. Like, he's too good. He's too good. Too good. All right, let me figure this out. 1 second. That ding chime sound from chess.com is really like killing me. Killing me. Yeah, it's just killing me. Shady stuff again. Yeah, I mean, I'm literally trying to figure out how to turn off the chess.com chime sound. Maybe it's not chess.com. I don't it's like it's impossible. It's actually like impossible to deal with right now. So, all right, the event ends. I finish in second place, 9.5 out of 11. Of course, the tiebreaks are completely rigged. It's rigged. No, I think it's Stream Elements or Stream Labs. It's some notification. I don't know what it is, but it's completely rigged. The election is rigged. The tournament is rigged. I lose by half a point. It's just not acceptable. I lose by 0.5. It's all rigged. It's all rigged. It's completely rigged. Yeah. So, all right, you guys. So, all right, I get second place. Jose wins 9.5 out of 11. Tiebreaker 75. I get second place, 9.5 out of 11 with 74.5. So, yeah, it's what it is. It's all good. Yeah, Jose was great. He played well. I mean, I beat him in our individual matchup, but you know, it wasn't good enough on tie breaks. But I'm still very happy. very, very happy with my result in this tournament, considering how badly I started out, drawing early and then losing a game. Pretty happy. Yeah. So all right, you guys, so let's move on. We're going to continue with our sponsored portion now of the stream, and before we get back to some chess stuff, so let me pull this up 1 second. Differenx.com. All right, let's pull this up. Let me change the scene. 1 second. Which one is correct? Give me 1 second, you guys. Just trying to make sure I have the right scene. Is this the right one? Second. This is correct. No, this is not correct. No, this is correct. All right, you guys, so let's continue with our sponsored portion of the stream here. Of course, this portion of the stream is sponsored by TipRanks. You guys out there are probably wondering, what on earth is TipRanks? So TipRanks is a site. They provide a lot of financial information for people to be able to do research on various equities, or stocks as we call them colloquially. But the big advantage is that you get all this information that is in one place. Now, additionally, there is going to be a big sale on this. I think there's a Black Friday sale coming up where you get 60% discounts. But let's start. I'll go over all the basics once again. So for example, let's type in a stock here. What is a stock that people are familiar with? Okay, let's start with Micron, because that's an interesting one. Since memory is so insanely priced these days, let's start with Micron. So Micron's a stock. Everybody knows that they sell memory. First things first, you'll notice here that there are all these so-called experts from Wall Street who have their analysis on where they think the stock should be. This is important because generally it's believed that these analysts have more insight. They read through all the annual reports, through all the filings, everything else, to reach their conclusions about where stocks should be. So when you look at this, you'll see, whoops, didn't mean for that to pop up. You'll see that you have all these prices. Time to head out. We'll get back to chess pretty soon, but we're covering this right now. So you'll see all this analysis from these analysts. For example, you'll see Joseph Moore. He's rated pretty highly. His average return 16.6%, and he has a price target of 220 to 325. You'll of course scroll down. You see the AI actually has 262, 284. That's interesting. I'm always curious to see how the AI LLM type stuff does. And then you'll see the aggregate of the buys, and the aggregate actually is the aggregate is 221. Highest price target is 300, lowest 170. This is Micron. Here's a stock everyone knows. You've never heard of Micron? Okay, fine. If you've never heard of Micron, let's go to stock everybody has heard of. Okay, let's go to Amazon. Okay, so you'll see that the analysts say the average price target is 296. The highest price target is 340, lowest 255. So on average, analysts think it should be $296 in the long term. Currently, Amazon trading at 240, just under $240 a share. So analysts actually see big upside. They see 20% upside in the stock, if not more. So if you're looking at analysts, the so-called experts, and what they think, it's very clear they have a very high price target on where Amazon is going to go from here. Versus the current stock price. So that's the first thing, getting all this analysis from the analysts and what they think, the prices and everything else. That's actually very, very useful. So you're probably thinking about that. Of course, you got all this other great insight too. So for example, let's click on actually no, let's go to a stock that everyone probably does not know. We'll go to the stock that just reported earnings, which is Cisco. So the left side is cut. Okay, sorry, left side is cut. 1 second. Yeah, you guys actually do need that. It's kind of important so that you can see this. Pull this right there. Actually, I'll turn chat off as well. We don't need chat. Yeah, so there we go. Okay, perfect. Here we go. Where's this? I'll move this top here somewhere. That's fine. Whatever. It's all good. Let's keep going. So let's go to Cisco, because this is a stock people haven't heard of. But the reason I bring up Cisco very specifically is they reported earnings yesterday. So one of the big things that's also useful here is if we go to the left, you'll see that there's this earnings page. So when I click on earnings here, earnings are usually what drive companies. If you think about a company and why the stock goes up, it's based on the future. Every quarter you have to report your earnings, you know, what the growth was, you know, all these financial numbers. So when we look at Cisco, they reported earnings last night. They are up a lot. They're up significantly. They're up 12% since the last earnings. Is this correct? Here, this is the Q4, right? Or wait, is this the most recent one or not? Wait a second. Is this here? Correct. It says August 13th. So actually Cisco has not updated. So what's another one that reported? Something reported like in the last 2 days. I'm trying to think of the stock that reported. Oh yeah, here's the stock. Let's see. Let's go to everybody's favorite Mickey, which of course is Walt Disney stock. Let's see if I click on earnings. They should have this. No, they haven't updated. I thought they would have updated. Sorry. Usually they update this where the earnings call summary is here. For whatever reason, they're being a little bit slow because Disney did report their earnings this morning, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So let me find something that reported. Something that reported in the last like 2 days. It's a big stock. Yeah, 1 second. Let me go back to Monday of this week. There was nothing. Oh yeah, let's go to CoreWeave. Okay, so I click on earnings. You should see this. Yeah, here we go. So earnings call. You'll see what they say. The earnings call date, it says the earnings call highlights significant revenue growth. You'll see like on this right hand side the highlights: record revenue growth, significant expansion and contracts, data center and power capacity growth, diversification of revenue base, all this general stuff. If you're really into crunching the numbers, this can also be very, very valuable as well. It's not easy to find this data. Like for example, there, I might go to like a Yahoo Finance or Google Finance. I can't find this information easily. It's not right there or readily available. So you have stuff like this. You can read through the earnings, see what's going on. You also have stuff like AI stock analysts as well. So you'll see that the AI has thoughts on where CoreWeave should be. Actually, the AI, this is oh, they've got all of them. They've got OpenAI 4.0. They've got neutral, or not neutral, sorry. They've got Claude, Perplexity, DeepSeek, Gemini, all these different models. Let's see, what does Gemini think? Gemini, I guess they're probably all the same, right? Or did it not update? Wait, or no, some of them are the same. Why is Gemini so bullish? Gemini is not super bullish. It has $91 versus where it currently is. But anyway, you'll see you have all this AI stock analyst. You have the earnings. You of course can see. You can also see if we go to ownership, you can also see what people are doing in terms of, you can see top shareholders as well. It's information that isn't readily available. There is a 60% discount, as I mentioned, for Black Friday as well, so you do want to check that out. But you'll see here what's going on, top mutual funds, who owns most of it and everything else, and so forth. So you can find that. You can also see like the financials, of course, so you can see the revenue, gross profit. Of course, Corey is a bad example of this. So let's go to like Microsoft, for example. Actually, Microsoft's an interesting one. Microsoft actually, really, 12-month forecast is 633 and the stock price is down. Stock price is 509. That's interesting that they have such a high price target on Microsoft. 633 versus 509. Like, that's big upside. That's big upside. That's like 30% upside almost. That's huge. Interesting. So yeah, you have all this great stuff. Of course, you can go and see the insider trading, of course, to see what the insiders are doing. So for example, you will see, like, this is nothing, but it's interesting. There was actually an informative sell. This guy, a director, Bradford Smith, he sold 19 million. So this was not just a planned sell. He decided to sell 38,000 shares of Microsoft to collect his $19 million. That's interesting. The other ones are all uninformed, like Satya Nadella. This was automated. He was just selling shares under his plan as the CEO of Microsoft. A lot is uninformed, but that is interesting. This guy sold 19 million. Not really sus per se, but it's just useful that you can see if there are informative sells. So for example, if we go to stock, which probably has informative sells, let's go to Eli Lilly. What is Lilly at? Lilly up today, which is actually useful. I do have a position in Lilly, so it's good to note. If we go to insider trading, let's see what we have here. Informative sell. Wait, what? Wait, I don't know what this means though. Wait, they sold $279 million worth of shares? That's interesting, actually. Wait, that's interesting. Why is unplanned called informative? Because I'll tell you why, you guys. So if I wake up right now, or I mean, I know I'm not a director of any company, obviously, but let's just say, for example, I was a let's just say I was a major shareholder in, like, I don't know, let's say I was a major shareholder in Disney, for example, and then I see Disney today. If I just type in Disney, I see Disney is getting pummeled on earnings. They're down like 10%, or okay, 9%, almost 9%. And I'm like, oh no, like, what's going on? I got to sell some stock. I have to pay for my next house, my yacht, my Bugatti, and everything else. And I decide to just sell right now. I'm selling because the stock is down. I'm selling because I have a reason. It's not something where I decide, 3 months down the road, I'm just going to sell like $1 million of shares. 6 months down the road, sell another million, sell $1 million every 3 months. So that's why it's called informative, because it means someone made a decision. It wasn't an automatic pre-planned decision. Now I could be wrong on that, but that's my understanding. So That's actually kind of interesting if we go back to the Lily one, that there is some insider activity there on it, but still, regardless, this is all information that you can't easily find. Now, of course, we're going to go to the portfolio. Let's take a look, see how the portfolio is doing. It hasn't been doing great lately, but it's still doing well overall, still doing well. Today, bad return. Why is it bad? Is it Tesla down to 400? That does not make me happy at all. But Tesla, of course, is a small position here. As you'll notice, if you look at the holding value in terms of percentages, like for our tip ranks portfolio, this is a small position. Shopify, also another one that if I look at my notes for this, I think it's one that I added to this portfolio right before earnings, and I basically, it was a half in case it goes down. Probably I would double down. So if it goes down, if I look at the notes, the Amazon of Canada, huge stock run, but only half position with earnings coming up, I will most likely double down a stock as a big downturn on earnings. So this is something that I will watch, and if it's down like another 5%, if it ends up down 20%, probably it's worth a double up, which is why, you know, money management does matter in terms of your positions. So there's that. What else here is interesting? Okay, AppLovin is not having another AppLovin having another terrible day. Yeah, most stuff is decent, but some stuff is not great. So this is portfolio. Amazon still up. ISRG huge up here, up 31%. So it's reasonable. What do I think of Tesla long term? I mean, I think Tesla should be up. Is there any news though? Let me click on the news and insights. What's the news on Tesla? Okay, 2 hours ago, Elon Musk XAI has raised 15 billion new funding round. Does this mean that he had to sell some shares or something, maybe? Because 6% is a lot on really no news. What is there? Doesn't look like there's actual news on this. Thoughts on Oscar? I mean, I've told you my view on the markets. I told you guys earlier, I said it before, my personal view on the markets is I think we're still fine till February. I think we're gonna get a typical Christmas rally like we usually do. You know, if you look at the seasonal trends historically in the market, usually December is a good month. January usually also a good month, specifically for small cap stocks. So I think we're gonna get another good December, a relatively good January, and then I'm worried what happens after that, is what I would say. So that's my general view for anybody who's wondering. Which also why for anybody who's asked me, they probably are wondering about things like, that's why actually lately I've only been trading in derivatives. I'm not like opening up long positions generally and stuff, because like I don't know where we're going, but I'm very concerned overall. So index funds are good. Yes, I do buy index funds. For anybody who was wondering what I was talking about earlier, I will show you one of the other ones. Let's go to this portfolio, for example. If we go to this portfolio, I think you guys can see it. This actually is a copy of a portfolio that I do have. Not copy because the dollar amounts are different, but this is effectively a copy of the ETFs that I do hold, for anybody who's wondering. Like literally, I can tell you guys on Friday, I bought a certain amount of money in every single one of these ETFs on the lows. I was very lucky to do that. I think it was in between game. I think it was before the first round of the tournament in DC. But for example, like these are all index funds like IVV, QQQ, XLF, XLK, XLV. These are all index funds that I dollar cost average every single month, for anybody who's wondering. So that's if you're worried about like, you know, if you're worried about individual stocks or stuff like that, this is actually what, you know, I do have this like in some of my retirement portfolios. I literally tell you guys that this is literally what I hold, literally what I hold. So yeah, this is basic. And also you'll notice, so like if we go here, this is the other great thing about having index funds. So the performance of this should be the same. Yeah, so can I expand this? Can I expand this somehow? If I go here, you'll see, wait, that's not the right, that's not the one I want to see. No, that's not the one I want to see. Oh, I guess you guys kind of can't see it perfectly, but whatever, it's fine. I mean, the return is basically the same. Like the actual return of the S&P is 9.12 versus 10.2% in this one, so it's pretty close. I mean, you can dollar cost average on stocks too, for example. It's completely fine, but like, you know, I'll give you an example. It's the problem with individual stocks is oftentimes it's going to feel really weird if you try to, like, for example, let me pull up. I mean, no one would dollar. I mean, I don't think what's a big stock. Okay, BRKB. Let's go here. Like, okay, so we go to Berkshire, for example, which of course is up because like Berkshire is always going to be up when the market is bad, which is why it's in this portfolio we have here. Like when you dollar cost average though, I think most brokers now allow fractional trades fractional shares, but not all of them do. I don't believe so. For example, you look at Berkshire and you want to buy like $400, and suddenly you see Berkshire at like $538 or $510. Like, you can't even buy one share. And I would say psychologically, it can become very, very difficult to deal with that sometimes, when it's like I can't even buy a big amount. It's like, you know, 0.04 shares or whatever it's going to be. So that's what I would say in general terms sometimes. But nonetheless, like I've said to plenty of people, you know, even off stream, you know, for example, let's look at XLF. This is a financial ETF. It holds all the big banks. So it holds like JP Morgan, Bank of America, Berkshire. You look at the holdings. What does it have? Biggest holding is Berkshire, then JP Morgan, Visa, MasterCard, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, American Express, Citigroup, all the big banks, for example. And so, for example, this is XLF, which is a financial ETF. It is trading at $53, for example. So you could definitely buy, like, let's just say you have $500, for example. You could buy like 10 shares or something of it, or not quite 10, but like not 9 shares. So this is just an example. I mean, again, this is not financial advice for anybody who's wondering, but I will say, for like, you know, I think Warren Buffett said this too, so I'm not even like saying something out there, but you know, for the vast majority of people, buying index funds is the best way to go, because most people aren't going to have the time to be watching. For example, I'll give you I'll tell you guys about one exact position I currently have. Okay. One exact position I currently have. I have a position in Eli Lilly. So I actually have calls right now that I'm holding that expire tomorrow. And I obviously, if I go work the whole day and I go play chess and I have no access to the internet, like let's say I'm going to, I don't know, I'm going to go to Utah to play in the Utah State Championship and make a little bit of money, I'm not going to be able to pay attention to this position at all. So I'm not going to be able to pay attention to this position. And what happens, like I could end up losing all my money if I'm not right there able to make a decision and watching it like a hawk every second. So this is one of these things where for most people, unless you can watch something like very, very regularly, it's not worth the time or the hassle. It's just better to buy ETFs and dollar cost average as a whole. So that's the one bit I'll say. There is all this good information. Obviously, there is going to be a Black Friday 60% discount. So if I click on this right now, you'll see it is 15 days, 11 hours, 11 minutes, 6 seconds. You can subscribe now and all this stuff. So that's what we have. So yeah, this is what we have. So all right, you guys. Anyway, whoops. Yeah. So anyway, so if you get the 60% off, that means it would be whoa, that's a huge discount. $119 versus versus $299. I think that's huge. Actually, that's a huge discount for a year. It's like what, less than $10 that's like $10, right? It's 120, so it's exactly $10 a month. So anyway, you guys, that's going to do it for the sponsored portion about Lilly. Feeling like you have to always keep an eye on stocks because you want to make the perfect buy sell. Well, that's also the problem. Like, most people can't pay attention to that. So all right, let's move on, you guys. That's going to do it for our sponsored portion.